All right, so here we are with Wellsracing, who is the current number one amateur in the world. He took the spot from me a few weeks back. I switched over to pro after he took it, so he got it legitimately. He did not get it because I left. He's generally he's a better player than I am right now on amateur, but we're playing in a little tournament. It's just him and I left in the little tournament OGs, and we're going to play round one together, and he's agreed to do it as a kind of a playing lesson. So we'll talk about some shots and stuff. It's a friendly match. I think it was you and I last season in this.
I think it was, yep.
In the same thing too. I think he won that one. So we'll see what happens. So
yeah, should be a good one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. So you got playing lessons here with the and actually one thing to mention, I am still the number 2 amateur in the world.
That is true. That is true.
So you got playing lessons with the number 1 and number 2 amateurs in the world here. So hopefully we can impart some wisdom here.
Oh yeah.
Is it me or you up?
You.
Is it me? Okay, it's me.
Yep.
Cool. Ooh. And if you haven't looked at the screen, we are back pins here at Yale and high winds. So this ought to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is definitely not one of my favorite courses to play.
We'll take
Elevations always screw me up. Okay. That'll do.
All right. What do I got here? I got 100 feet. I want to see if I can get it all the way back there with the sand wedge. There's no telling, but we will.
I was going to say, you got a lob or you got sand here, you think?
Well, I got my sand. I got a 100-yard sand wedge, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's see here. Oh, hit it hard.
Wind looks like it's going to bring it back. Oh, yeah, very nice.
Yeah. That's every bit of what I had with that sand wedge.
That is perfect. See, I got the 110 here, but I don't think I can get the lob. Oh, I got the 90 lob, but...
Well, I had my 100-yard wedge. I hit it as hard as I could, and I got 94 out of it.
That's what I'm thinking. I think I got to hit like a knockdown sand wedge here.
So you got 90. Do you have the 90 lob wedge or the 80?
I got the 90 lob wedge, but I can never usually get it to the 90. But I never hit like a full swing with it.
Yeah.
I lose control when I do that, so I'm just going to hit like a soft knockdown sand wedge.
Very nice.
Thank you. This is very fast, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we are on very fast. For those watching, we do have a couple of rounds coming up, including the last one. I think the last round is what? Hardest settings possible, right?
I think so, yeah.
High winds, hard pins, pro greens. That's going to be fun.
See, I've been liking the pro greens a lot more than the very fast lately. I used to be the other way around.
Yeah, me too.
Good birds. Yeah. At pro greens, you can play the break a lot more.
Yeah. All right. I'm hitting a 3-wood here. I want something a little more.
Yeah.
Full. Well, that might. I got the 92 yards again, so that might be another good.
Yeah, I think I can get it down in like this 50-60 range. That's not a bad shot.
Yeah, I always hate those. Sometimes with my driver, if you go just too far left on this hole, you'll get down in that rough, and it becomes a tough shot.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is the wind's pushing away from it here, so.
Is that-
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Should be able to take it a little long if I want to.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's too far left. Push it back a little bit, wind. Yeah, it's not hard.
That's not terrible.
So give me your thoughts. You got a 58-yard shot. Give me your thoughts on like those 40, 50, 60-yard shots. I mean, one of the reasons why I hit a 3-wood is because I try and avoid them like the plague.
So I used to be that way to where I'd always play to like a full club, and then I started to get more used to the 40, 50. I started to get more of a feel for them.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I got a feel for them, I think it just, the more and more you take that shot, the more and more you'll feel comfortable with it. So, as long as you're comfortable with it, you can hit to it. Like before, I never would have hit to this. There's no way. I hated this shot. But now that I'm more comfortable with the swing, I'd almost rather have this swing than a full swing with the lob.
Okay. That's an interesting take. And yeah, well played.
Thank you. Good putt. Perfect.
That was a tough one. I had a ridge on both sides.
I was gonna say the lines kind of disappeared there.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little more right break though. So
Yeah.
left edge and it went left center.
All right, good birds.
But all right.
See, this one I think I will hit 3-wood.
Yeah, I hit a 3-wood. I'm just hoping it stopped, but I didn't beat on it too. And I got maybe 10 yards from the end of the fairway, so not bad.
Actually, I think I might go 3 hybrid.
Yeah, like if I took that 5-wood as well for me, like if you land on that hill, it's going to bop you down to where I am anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. So, yeah, the wind is helping slightly. Okay. It's a nice soft 9. Oh, I hooked. Yep. Knew it too.
Yeah, I got my gap wedge here, but I don't know how much the wind is helping. I think it's still pretty much a full shot. I got this 120 gap wedge, and one of the things that I wanted to eventually do was try some other gap wedges. Because I can very rarely hit this thing. Sometimes I can only hit this thing like 115 with like 20 miles an hour wind behind me. It's really weird.
Yeah, I had that same problem, and I've gotten more used to I took it out after I got used to just taking, a little off my swing with the pitch and wedge.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I got rid of that and put in the 5 hybrid, and then I think I got the 7-wood as well. So looks good. A little left. Not bad.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, almost 20 miles an hour straight behind me, and that's what it took to get it about 118 in the air.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it a 120?
Yeah, it's a 120, and the wind was not directly behind me, but enough, 130 on the clock, and still.
I feel like the gap wedge is a lot like the 7-wood. Like the distance that it says is not what it actually goes.
Well, I've kind of learned to do the thing that you said with the pitching wedge. Like when I'm at that 120 to 125 range, I've gotten really good at taking the pitching wedge out with that.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you. Good. Good bird. Keeping the streak.
Okay. Yeah. Now, in this tournament, we're not allowed to use shot shaper, just kind of the aim and circle. So, for those amateurs out there who like to use shot shaper, I would definitely probably be put a little bit to get some height on the ball to make sure I cleared that water in case I went right. Oh, like that.
I think you should get over it.
Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, yep.
Yep.
That's always dangerous.
Do you see I guess they're getting rid of the V1 too?
Yeah,
Or at least they're not tournament play, right?
Well, they're not getting rid of it, right? But what was it? Several months ago, if you chose V2, they locked you in.
Yep.
And if you, I think, I don't know, it was a few months ago, like, if you started the game, you didn't even have the option for V1. So the only people who can use V1 right now are those people who started the game with it and have never changed to V2.
Yep. Which, it doesn't sound like there's that many people that even use it anymore.
No, they said it was 4% of the tournament players.
Tournament play?
Yeah. Yeah, 4% of the tournament players. And yeah, so now I guess starting with the new season in about a month, if they play tournament, I think it just makes it be V2 for the tournament. I don't know. I don't know if it switches them to being V1 or V2 all the time. Like, I think they might still play practice rounds.
This looks good.
Oh, get down.
Should be really good.
Oh, there we go.
Nice. That wind brought yours back quite a bit.
Yeah, that was at I didn't hit it full, right? Close to full. I think it was more like a what I like to call a smooth full.
Yep.
You know, no extra oomph on it.
Well, and like with my pitching wedge too, like this 120, which I mean it's 10 foot up, so it's playing about what 3 up.
Yeah.
Wind's kind of hurting. So here it's like it's not a full wedge, but if you hit it full and just lift it up, you can kill a lot off that too.
Yeah, I put it up a little bit in the front of my stance to get a little more height on it. Too,
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, just a little bit.
Yeah, hit it a little too soft. Okay, get figured out where my boundary is. There we go. All right, much here.
Oh, good putt.
Thank you.
And for those of you watching on YouTube, that's why he's number one in the world right there. You cannot compete at his level or the echelon of, say, like the top 10 players if you can never make that putt.
I've said it multiple times. If I couldn't putt, I would not be good at all on this.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing that keeps me alive.
Ooh. Okay, this one is going to be difficult. Oh, man. See, it's all the way in the back. Like, I don't know if I can take enough off that 9-iron to... Ooh. Yeah, this one is kind of an awkward one.
That's kind of goofy distance because you don't want to go long here. I mean, short ain't bad. It's a good uphill putt.
Yeah, I mean, so here's what I would think, kind of a course management question. If I'm looking at the back of the green, if I go off the back, right?
Yep.
That is a tough up and
Yeah.
down. But if I am, say, 10 yards short and have a 30-foot uphill putt,
Yep.
99 times out of 100, I'm walking away with par with an outside chance at birdie. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the pitching wedge, and I'm going to just try and hit it as solid as I can. And just see if I can just get it to go.
It's got to turn.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that's about where I would be, but I would rather have this than be over.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I've gotten pretty good with taking some off the 9, too. The 9 and the pitching wedge, I feel like I can hit those basically the same numbers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, below the hole. Good.
Similar.
Yep.
All right. All right, you're just gonna go left the whole way. I got you.
Good putt. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, see, I'll make that putt 3 out of 10 times. Right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's almost like the same putt just happened.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
All right.
Can we cut that corner?
Ooh, I'm
Is
looking at that.
Wind hurting? I
Oh.
think you got to be safe here and keep it right. Yeah. Too risky.
Still want to hit the driver because I'd rather have a
Especially with the wind hurting.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, it carried it.
Yeah. My driver doesn't go as high as most people, though, so I play out a little to the right to be safe. I don't mind the right room either. Oh, I don't know what I did there. I was probably trying to swing too hard. That's okay.
See, usually I've gotten to the point where if I overswing, it pulls it left.
Yeah. I can
It
definitely...
used to be if I overswing, that's where I'd get my massive fade from.
Yeah. Alright, let's see, I got a lot of uphill with this hole, but this guy's gonna run when it lands. So let's just see what we can do. Oh, I didn't hit it quite. Well, I don't know. I thought that was going to be okay. That's not bad from 174 yards on the rough. I'll take it.
Be good.
Very nice.
Okay.
You know, and thinking about those, you know, you've seen people throw up like, you know, your high 60s or even the 74 under you shot 1 week, and people are like, how can they do that? Well, I mean, you gave them a really good example of the last 2 holes with those putts, right? I mean, people ask the question,
just put yourself in scoring position and make the putts.
Yeah, that's how he does it.
Get in. Good putt.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, so while we're looking at this one, I'll ask you the question. You know, seen a lot of hate, I think most of it in the Facebook realm, in the group. I got a little bit of it when I was number one. I didn't get much though. You've got far worse than I have, but the one thing I'll put to rest, and I hope this video helps put to rest as well, is there's no cheating going on here. I mean, we're swinging clubs. You see us swinging clubs. I promise you, Wells does not have a golf swinging robot at his house. That would be pretty cool, though, right?
That would be pretty cool.
But yeah, I mean,
I know that when I first started and I saw, well, not even when I first started, I'd say even just 5 months ago. I mean, I'd see them scores at the top and be like, okay, those guys got to be cheating somehow, right? But now that I've gotten up to this level, it's like, okay, if there are people cheating, they're not doing a good job at it.
Yeah, I mean, look, in all fairness, the first time I see it, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna think I was like, do they know something that I don't? Like, is there some kind of, like, could they possibly be cheating? Like, I'm not the kind of person that likes to accuse, but I'm not gonna lie, I may have had the thought, right? Yep. But I quickly learned as I got better and started becoming one of those guys consistently at the top, I was like, well, if they are cheating, yeah, they suck at it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought, too. That's the exact same thought I had, because I was like, my wife knows. I mean, she sees me down here. I mean, part of the thing is, during the winter, I don't work during the winter, so I'm able to put a lot more time into playing. And
yeah, you hear that, everybody? There's hope once he starts working.
Oh, yeah, during the summer, I'll drop off. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just repetition. You're going to get really good at something the more you do it. I mean...
Yeah, and also the other thing, too, is I'm pretty sure you don't play 12 hours a day, right?
No.
All you guys, you can see Wells, you can see mine. Go to golfplusvr.com. You can see our rounds.
Yep.
And sometimes, look, there's a lot of days where the only round I get in is the daily.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so it's not like we're, Wells and I sat there, for 6 months and played for 12 hours a day. This is not a game like a Call of Duty or some other game where you've got, people that play 12
Well, not only that, but I mean, the battery just don't... I mean, you can have the battery packs and everything, but Jesus. I mean, I get worn down playing this.
Well, it can be exhausting. I mean, you're swinging a club. I'm not saying this is the only exercise you should do, but you get a little exercise. You're moving your arms. You're working your muscles. There have been many times where I played, 2 or 3 rounds and then put it down and go, no, I can feel it in my arms.
Well, especially when you're playing like the tournament rounds and you're taking it serious, and the mental aspect of it, just trying to like zone in. I mean, that wears you out quite a bit. So,
well, I played the daily a few days ago was Torrey Pines, and like I said earlier, I'm in pro now, and I played the daily at Torrey Pines and those tight fairways on pro difficulty. I said it during the round, and on my video, and like at the end of the round, I was like, I'm just mentally exhausted.
Yes. Yes. That's how I felt this week at Sawgrass. Like I think it was after the first round. Like I played all right the first round, but not great. And I was just like, you know what? Part of it is I've been getting over the flu, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, you know what? Just get it out of the way. I ain't got the energy to be taking this like crazy serious. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, there's a point. Like you and I have both done it, right? We've got to be number one in the world, right? We've done it. We've kind of accomplished that goal, and I don't know how you feel, but I'm also like I'm not also going to sit here and like I said, work 6 hours a day to try and keep it. Like I started playing this game because I'm a real life golfer and I love golf, and I was like, you mean I can play all these courses like this and in my house?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is awesome.
See, and I'm kind of the opposite. I do golf in real life every once in a blue moon, but I'm not any good at it. And I got the game because I like competition with anything. So I just saw it as something, like during the summer, I drag race. So there's my competition during the summer, and then during the winter, I really don't have anything. So I was like, this is something that I can take competitive, and then, you meet friends on here and join Discord groups, and, I like playing tournament rounds. Public rounds just don't really do it for me much anymore.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, it'd be fun just to get on there and meet someone new, but...
Kill it, wind. I thought about going with the 100-yard club, but that was a mistake. Yep. Well,
Yeah,
you know what? Sometimes even we make mistakes.
This is a scary hole.
And of course, I just hit it 120 yards with my gap wedge.
Against the wind.
Yeah, against the wind.
That makes
I was
sense.
like, that should have gone. That should have been killed. But all right.
That's gotta go down. There we go.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, at least it's not pro greens. That ball would be gone.
Get in the hole.
Get in.
Oh,
nice shot. Yeah, the whole, and I kind of get it with the whole hate mail. Not even hate mail, but just like people's stuff on Facebook. I mean, I kind of get it, but then again, I kind of don't. I mean,
yeah. I mean, the one big argument that I see over and over again is you're so good at amateur, you should go to pro. And
yep.
I did go to pro, but that was because I wanted to. It was not because of any pressure. I've always kind of had the longer term goal of going to pro. But I mean, this is a game. Have fun. Do what you like. I try whenever I comment on online and stuff. I try and tell people, I'm like, do what you enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, that's part of the reason, I mean, I just got to the point where I could do really good in amateur. Why would I leave now? I'm going to enjoy it for a while. I mean, and not only that, but I mean, there's still, you know this just as much as I do. I mean, we'll still put up crap rounds, here and there. We'll throw in a round where we don't know what we're doing.
Well, I mean, look, there's been some times where I went out on the daily and shot like, 16 under on the daily. And I was like, well, what did Wells shoot? And I'd look and it'd be 7 under. And I'm like,
yep.
Oh, man, what the hell happened there? It's like sometimes shit just doesn't work.
Exactly. Exactly. Work out, right? Oh,
I mean, yeah,
it's a nice flat area.
That was kind of the goal there.
Get to the flat area.
Yep.
Yeah. Short.
Oh, not too bad though.
It's doable.
But yeah, I try and ignore most people when they type that stuff. Maybe I'll like comment once back, and then I'll try and leave it alone. But when somebody starts cussing and getting mean, and there's a line I draw. So like, for anybody out there looking, it's never a good idea.
No.
To cuss somebody out, and especially in direct message over a game.
Well, and I think most people would just ignore it. I used to fight MMA. I'm really big in the fighting game. So when I see something like that, it's just like the younger me comes out to where I'm like, all right, let's go, man. But it's like, sometimes I feel like I should just ignore that stuff, but it's hard when, people are saying some of the things.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean it can get a little out of hand sometimes, right?
A little bit. All right. God, this is. I know I'd be short with the 6-iron here, so it's got to be like a soft 5. Just worried about running it out. Try to lift it. I got it up there. That'll do.
Very nice. And I'm actually gonna hit the 6-iron because I have a little bit of a lower ball flight. I think I can get it.
I think, yeah, if you keep it low, I think the 6 would be good.
Oh, that might be too much.
Oh, shit.
And that was a 6. Wow.
Really?
Yeah. I was not expecting that. But
Nah, I was thinking you were going to land somewhere in here.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're ever stuck down here, never put it.
I don't know. I like to putt from anywhere.
I'm just taking all that red completely. Just going to try and flop it up there.
Yeah. Run.
Wasn't quite enough. All right, still my turn. Okay.
Get in there. Good recovery.
But that's the other thing that I think separates the people on the top is you saw me hit it over the hit it over the green on the last one, almost made it for birdie, right? I was down here in this thing, which is an impossible place to be, and still managed to get up and down for par.
Yep.
That's what the top players are doing.
Yeah, and there's a lot of guys that chip that and come up short, and it'd come right back to them, or they'd, be worried about chipping it short and send it long.
Yeah, exactly. Which happens. Which happens to us too.
Oh yeah.
Good birdie.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, this is one of my least favorite right here.
Yeah.
I hate this hole. I guess, that pin location is not as bad as that front one. That front one sucks.
Yeah. I don't know if I've quite figured it out. I've had a little success on that front location by laying way back and taking like an 8-iron.
Yeah.
I don't know how solid that would be in the high winds that we're going to eventually have to play to in round 4. But like if it was low winds, like I'd lay it back.
Yep. I mean, that's about the only thing you can do with that location, because you can't land it. You can't hit the red. You're going to come all the way off. If you're anywhere sand wedge distance, you're just going to backspin it off.
Another thing that I'll do is I'll come over here, and I'll purposefully hit it over here to the right in the rough.
Yep. So you don't get that backspin.
Yeah, it'll put me about 100 yards out.
Yep.
Right, and then I won't get any backspin on the gap wedge, because from here out of the rough, yeah, it would be about a gap wedge.
Sit.
And now, of course, if I hit it too hard and it goes up the red, then you're kind of screwed a little bit too. But you got 10
especially
yards
pro greens. Especially pro greens. This. I will say it's not my least favorite on the course, though. There's one other hole that I cannot stand. Oh, be good. Down.
Come on back.
Good shot.
Yeah, and the pro greens is where it throws you.
Yeah. Good birds.
Moseying along.
And we're
There's a lot
both
of
playing
traps.
really good
There's a lot of
rounds.
traps at Yale too from the earlier, from the front, like the medium and the, like this one can be a big trap.
Yeah.
From those up front tees.
God, you can almost get there.
It's the well, the problem is it's the wind and this uphill. Like I know right where I'll be. I'll be
probably right in
here.
front of that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I have the length to get there, so I'm actually going to take the 3-wood. Like I said, I try and avoid those 40, 50-yard shots.
Yep. Get to where you're comfortable, right?
And that's the big thing, right? I mean, not a lot of people are out there. They just get up on the tee and they want to rip it with a driver.
Yeah.
Like, that might not be the best play for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, anyone can go out there and hit the driver. And what's the great John Daly say? 150 in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll be the right.
This should be good. It should be good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Now, I didn't exactly...
That's a couple that looked like they were going to go back in.
Yeah. Now, I didn't exactly plan it that way, but I think I had 81 yards, a little bit of wind behind me. Kind of, again, what I call my smooth full swing. And I was like, this is going to be all over it.
All right. Short.
Now, you're going to make that putt, but what happened with you right there? That's why I hit the tee wood off the tee. Now, again, you play your game. Everybody else plays their game. But for me, what you just saw from Wales is exactly probably what I've done. But I don't think I'd have been as far. I think I'd have been 40. I might be putting from 30 feet, to be honest with you. So.
I've had plenty of them.
Yeah. I'll see Wales is going to make that putt 99 times out of 100.
Well, I don't know. Yesterday I couldn't hit anything to save my life. I was missing 5-footers.
This is not a favorite hole of mine for sure.
Seeing this, okay, I just saw that pin location. Maybe I should. You know what? No, that still works out all right.
Well, let me ask you a question. Like, my lob wedge really doesn't spin back. It'll come to a stop, but like you just saw it on the last hole, it really doesn't spin back. But my sand wedge and my gap will. So
that's how my lob wedge doesn't really spin back all that much. But my sand wedge, I can zip it back like crazy.
Yeah. What did you hit off the tee? Did you hit the driver?
Yeah, I went driver. I'm 72 with a win.
Yeah, I think you might be
15, 16 up.
It's kind of a smooth full. I didn't want to put 100% of everything I had on that because I would love to see that, like,
right in there.
Yeah. It's uphill with the wind behind me. That I got 83 yards. I can get that up and over that little.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you really got to do, too, is just get to this at least.
Yeah. I got to hit it hard, though.
You got the 80 lob done?
I do.
Okay.
It's as hard as I can hit it. Now, will it get all the way?
Should get. Oh, yeah, I got there.
Yeah.
That's where pro greens, that thing would be perfect.
Yeah, but that's fine. I mean,
yeah, it's makeable. I mean,
I don't think I've played this game enough or any particular course enough to be able to like put myself in a specific yardage. Like I would have loved if that had gone 5 yards further off the tee.
Yeah,
but if I would have taken a 3-wood, it's not like I can go, oh, I'll be 103 out. Like I'm not that good.
Okay.
Now this one on pro greens before I got really good at at pro greens. I cannot tell you how many times, like especially when the pin's back there, how many times I've putted it off the green. Like it's
See, and that's usually like when it's pro green, I probably would have gotten more aggressive with trying to get it at the hole. You know, if anything, I end up below the hole, or if I end up all the way down there, at least I ain't worry about putting it down there. Good.
I actually hit that one a little harder than I wanted to. That would have been 10 feet back. Probably.
Hit it with confidence, though.
Apparently I did. I didn't mean to.
There we go.
Like on pro greens, both Wells and I would have barely touched that ball.
Oh,
little jerky.
Yeah, that was weird.
We're okay.
Yeah, this one's another one. Well, okay, this pin location is bad.
See, I actually like this pin location on the pro greens.
I love this pump. Yep, you can run it up that side.
Yeah. With very fast greens, it just comes down to the bottom of the red and stops and leaves you a 15-foot.
Yeah. Oh, where's my fade?
That's going right at it, though, man.
No, it is. Kind of a nasty kick up, though.
I don't know if... Let's see, it's downhill and 20 miles an hour.
See, that was like a smooth 5.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
thinking...
I wouldn't say I hit it good, but I don't think I hit it bad either.
I don't know if I want to see... Yeah, if I hit the 6... So it's kind of in between. I actually think the 5.
See, I think if you hit the 6, you almost have to aim right for that hill, because you got a little more green to work with there.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try and do, is just hit it up in that red and see what happens. I'm playing around. I already know Wells is probably going to beat me by like 10, 12 shots in this tournament.
Ah, horseshit.
I'll use it to test out some stuff.
It's got to go.
Yep. Oh, that would have been okay if it would have been more to the right. But that's okay. I don't mind this bunker down here.
No.
Like for those of you at home, I'm thinking about making this one. Okay. Oh, I hit it a little too hard.
Settle.
It's okay.
Get back in there. There we go.
Dead center. I'll take it. This one is a...
Yeah. Well, again, I don't mind that pin location. That one that's like right up towards the front. I hate that one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is another 3-wood for me. It's nice and smooth. Take it down to the left side of that fairway.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Okay. What do we got? A little bit of wind in the face. Yeah. Let's see. All right. I got this side hill lie, so it's going to come out to the right a little bit already. Oh, little far. Come back a little bit, though. Yeah, that's cool. I'm down with that.
So is this your second week now on...
Third. So
Third?
They put me down in bronze 1.
Yep.
Which was fun. And then went up to bronze 3. I think I won everything in bronze 1 that week, except for like a T3 1 daily. And then I went up to bronze or silver 1 and won most of it, but I could have won everything first across the board, and I did the math, and I wouldn't have had the points to get up to gold. So I'm in silver 3 right now, so I should be in gold 1 or 2 after this week.
Okay.
Because I hate the fast greens with a passion, man.
I know. That's part of the... that's a small part of why I don't want to move to pro, because it's like, I don't like to play fast greens. I hate it. I mean, it kind of screws with my putting.
Yeah. Yeah, but the fast greens, man, they just... So I find myself either leaving it short, hitting it 10 feet by, or I play...
You play the break and it doesn't break?
The only time I ever play fast greens is in tournament-type situations. You know, we play in tournaments. Both Wells and I play in different tournaments on, Discord groups and stuff, and you'll see it pop up every now and then. And we play it then, but outside of that, I don't ever play fast greens. I don't think he does either. So
no. There's actually a couple times during them tournament games there'll be medium greens. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. You know what the funny thing is? I think I would actually prefer medium over fast. Because I feel like I'm never in danger. I'm never in danger of like hitting it.
That's true.
Far by.
That is true, but it sucks because they don't break at all.
Yeah,
I mean
both of our putts that we just had would have been straight putts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hit about 3 times harder.
Yep.
Oh,
okay, so this is
kind of one that... The red, this whole location, the red doesn't help us.
No.
I actually feel like this should be the hard pin location.
This should be. See, and this is a club that I struggle with, but I kept it in my bag because I want to figure it out. But this should be like just a smooth swing 7-wood. Lift it up. I just haven't been able to get this club down.
Yeah, I've got a 5 hybrid. I may come up a little short too, but we'll see.
See, I was going to hit the 5 hybrid, but... Okay, that's not...
Oh, that's pretty dang good. Yeah, see, the question becomes, is it definitely in between clubs? If I can hit the 5 hybrid hard...
It should be good.
I think I can get it there, but it's going to be a 50-50 chance. But the 5 wood's going to go all the way to the back, so...
Yep.
The question is it far enough? It is.
It's up here. Yep.
That's okay. I'm down with that.
See, my 5 hybrid's got a massive fade to it. I don't know if I could have gotten it up here. It would have been close.
Okay. Let's see what I'm doing here. I'm kind of trying to break this into 2 parts. Out. There's one common mistake that I see that some people will make is they may see what it's doing at the end and think that the ball's going to come back to the right. It's not. Even though the line's going to the right, at the end, this ball will not change direction.
Mm-mm.
At best, it might straighten out a tiny bit, but... Oh, I hit that too hard, I think. Oh, yeah, I hit it a little too hard.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the best I played on this course.
Yeah,
Any
no,
settings.
You're playing well.
I mean, neither one of us are playing bad. I mean, we both got good rounds for sure.
Funny thing is we're both on pace to potentially set the course record.
Yeah, I know.
Well, maybe not quite me, but you are. I think it's up at 15.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well,
You'll be at least there after this hole, but
Eagle's definitely doable here.
oh, I've eagled this hole more times than I can count. Okay, now what do we got? Oh, we got wind behind us. Yeah, I mean, I got no choice but to try to.
I'm looking to try landing mine just to, like, somewhere in this area, and hopefully it'll bounce up to an uphill putt.
I'm actually thinking about potentially trying to maybe land it in the rough, because I think I can. It's gonna get to that rough. Let's see if I can just.
We got 211.
I mean, if I was in the tournament and playing really well, what I'd probably do here is just kind of aim for the middle. But
yeah.
Oh, and that's going to push it too far to the right. But no, that was going to be perfect.
That was the distance, yep.
If I had it online, that would have bounced in the rough and rolled right up to the hole, but that's okay.
Okay.
I thought that side lie was going to pull it more to the left, and it just didn't.
Come on, fade.
Oh, that's looking good. Yep. Go in the hole.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, no, it didn't really kick over as much as I thought it would have.
I was expecting that to be a really, really good line.
Yeah.
I thought that was in when I hit it.
I thought it was too. But when it landed, it didn't really kick over. It just kind of stayed on the line.
All right. Beating this round. All right.
Hey, you've handed me plenty, so.
Let's see. Yeah, I actually played Yale on earlier today in another tournament that was. What was it? It was. I think it was back tees, easy pins, low wind, but pro greens, and I put up 15 under, which was the course record by 2. So I felt pretty good about that.
Oh yeah. Well, I've played these settings apparently one other time, and I shot 8 up. Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long ago that was. I mean, like I said, this is not one of my favorite courses. I don't exactly ever choose to play this course.
Yeah, Yale's not on my list of courses I choose.
No. I will say, what they did to Cliffs, bravo. That course is so perfect. Now I love that course.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Sit.
That's perfect. All right, get through the wind. Go ball, go ball.
Go, 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 go.
That's not too bad. I'll take it.
No. Inside 15, I'm happy.
All right, are you doing anything? Okay. You look pretty damn straight.
Yeah.
Okay. You went to the right a tiny bit, but that's okay.
Good bird. This right here is my least favorite hole on the course.
Oh,
Hate it. I hate this hole.
I love this hole, and I'm gonna show you why.
Oh God, I don't know what to do.
Actually,
here.
when I'm back on the back tees, I prefer the greens to be pro.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna give her a shot. No, not even close. Not even close. Ah. Ouchies.
All right, so yeah, what I do is I take a 3-wood off the tee.
That's probably what I should start doing and stop screwing myself with this hole.
And
yeah, 'cause you can still get
if
there.
it stops in the fairway, which it should, we then take a driver all the way to the fucking green.
Yeah, because you got a hill here. I mean, it's gonna run pretty good.
Yeah, and if you catch the hill just right, this will run all the way to the green.
I think it's the ego that gets me because I'm like, I can reach this fairway up here.
Oh, I caught the rough on the left side, but that would have gone all the way to the hole. Oh, man. I didn't aim far enough to the right.
I'm not sure if I can get a 3-wood over this hill or not.
In my experience, if I'm not sure, I can't. Like I would.
I think I can. I think I can get my 3 hybrid.
Like I think
that's probably the smart play is just club down and.
I hit my clubs a little lower than most of the people I play with, so like I would question whether I could get a 5-iron over it. But don't let me say that's me.
You ever tried lining up like 8 inches behind the ball?
Yeah, to push it high,
lift it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna give the 3 hybrid a shot here. I know I don't think I can get the 3-wood, but I might be able to get this.
Yeah, just barely. Yeah, there's no way with what that did that the 3-wood would.
Yeah,
but
that'll work.
That is all good.
It's gonna be left, way left. Oh, okay, that's good.
All right. Here's that 45-yard shot that I hate so much, but I feel like I'm better at them when they're out of the rough for some reason. Don't ask me why. I just do.
Good shot. I don't know why you don't like. That's perfect.
Well, I feel like I like them better out of the rough.
Yeah.
It's the fairway that gets me.
Yep. There's a few distances I like out of the rough rather than in the fairway. Okay. Just slightly. Okay. I hate this hole.
That's the first putt you missed today.
Of course I do it on this hole, too. This hole's in my head, man.
Well, actually, you know what? That's actually pretty, let me get over here away from this thing. Oh, go away, screen. How do I make it go away? Let's see.
What do we get it by? 2 strokes? Yeah,
you
just
did.
2 strokes.
Can I move that? What if I go over here? I'm trying.
Oh, the screen or whatever. I just walk away from mine. So I'll set mine.
You know what? Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, it's over there to the left. Yeah, you got me by 4 on this one. That's okay. Now we'll see if it registers in the links. I haven't checked yet, but yeah, you know, it's funny that you mentioned that. It's you know, this hole gets in your head.
It does.
That actually plays a large part with a lot of people, and it used to play a large part. I mean, I'd get to a hole and I'd be like, oh my god, I hate this hole. And I'd wind up like bogeying it, or like you know, like you did par 5, which is rare, you know, for us, and just it gets in your head, and you get past it, and then And then what happens that people don't seem to understand is then they get frustrated,
Yeah.
right? You know, they bogey that hole that they know they hate, and they're like, yeah, this hole hates me, or this course hates me. I call Valhalla my nemesis course. It's the one that's in my head. I did win a Diamond Daily once on it, I think a few months back. But outside of that, I'm always like between 50th and 100th.
Yeah.
It was like it always just seemed to get me. I could never make putts and stuff like that. But
I mean, 90% of this is mental, right? Like, I mean, like just putting, for example. If you're going up there and you're putting with confidence, you're seeing your line, you're trusting your line, and you're hitting it with confidence, most of the time you're going to make them.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, right?
If you got any kind of doubt, it messes with you.
Well, that's the thing too, right? No matter where I am on this course, you know, I'm thinking about making it. I mean, you put me inside of 20 yards, I'm thinking make.
Yep.
Right? I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some situations with slopes, like on pro greens and stuff like that, where I will play for the par.
See, with chips, like, you know, off the green, I'm just thinking, get myself to where I can make a putt. So if I can get within, I feel like 15 and in, I'm pretty automatic. I mean, obviously not 100%, but 15 and in, I feel really good about. So if I can get 15 and in, even if it's just to save a par, I feel good about it. Just no damage. I mean, you know.
Yeah. You know, not that I'm trying to hawk my site, but it is my video on my site, right? But the VR golf stats, I take a look at that, and I think I've got like almost 300 amateur rounds loaded in. And when I look at it, I think I've only ever missed one putt inside of 5 feet in those 300 rounds, right? And I think my 5 to 10 feet, it's like I've missed like, I don't know, 5. Like, it's like 99 point something %. And I've got out to the side the rest of the community that's on the site and what they normally do. And like the percentage make rate for an amateur for 5 to 10 feet, the average is like 88 or 83 point something.
Yeah.
And then for like 10 to 20 feet, it's like, I don't know, like 47% or something like that. So,
really?
And I think I'm up at like 88% or 83%, somewhere in there for 10 to 20 feet. So it's
see, you know, where do you see them stats at?
The VRGolfStats.com.
Okay.
Yep. You can go load it up. You just create an account. It's super easy. It just asks for your name and email and stuff, and then you go to the round analysis page, and
nice.
It's a one button click to load in your last 100 rounds, and then I got another little tool you'll see on the website where you can load in rounds from other courses. So like you can show your last 100 rounds for each course, and you can say import all of them, or you could pick and choose them. Right, you can import what you want. Once you import it, I haven't written any kind of delete function or anything. So once you import it, it's in there. And yeah, you can see all those kind of stats. Like I got like, what is it, proximity to hole stats on there, and all kinds of different stats. So it's interesting to watch it, and it compares everything you're doing on all the stuff to the community. You can also compare your clubs. You can like see like what your most accurate approach club is. You know, and what its proximity is and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never checked that out. I'm gonna have to check that out tonight while I have nothing else going on.
Well, so so there you go. We got number 1 in the world, number 2 in the world on the amateur ranks. Even though I'm not playing, so I'm gonna slide fast. I think after this week I'll probably slide out.
Yeah, I think what was it, 3 times points this week?
Yeah, well, I still had like a 1,200 point lead over third when I looked, but it's triple points in the weekly, so I'm like, I'm sliding. But that's cool. I'm not playing an amateur anymore, so that's all good.
And actually, I mean, for not playing for a couple weeks and still sticking at number 2, that says something right there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I do try and play both. I probably get a few rounds a week in on amateur, like the OGs rounds that we play in. I play those, and then like a couple in one other group that I'm in during the week, just so that my amateur stuff doesn't fall apart. But I play. It's mostly pro when I play now because I'm just trying to get better. I got a long way to go, man. I'm telling you. But it's getting better. Like I feel way better, than I did 2 weeks ago when I started. So it's a work in progress. Just like our rise to the top of the amateur status was a long work in my progress. I sat behind Redeemed for like 2 months, and and finally overtook him. So that was interesting. And now you got it. So hope you hold on to it for a while. But yeah,
I'm gonna try.
So there you go, everybody watching. There's no cheating.
No.
I promise you. Right. So hey, man, I appreciate you taking the time and doing this with me, and hopefully some folks can learn something.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, if you ever want to play around, just I'll jump in public games all the time, and I mean, I'm sure you've had this before. If you jump in a public game every once in a while and you get people that just kick you because of your handicap or something like that, it's like, just play with us. I mean, have fun. Who cares if we score good? Learn something from it. I mean, I just feel like there's so much. There's a lot of good people on here. Don't get me wrong, but there's quite a few people that are just on here just to hate. And I mean, if that's all you're about, then whatever. But I don't know. I always wanted to play with the best players that I could play with, just to see what I could learn and try to beat them. You know?
Same here. Like today, I learned Wells is definitely a better putter than I am. which is great. I mean, like, look, he stands over the ball, he puts it smooth, and he hits it in the dead center almost every time, and that takes practice. I think one of the things
except
I've said
the whole
is,
18 of Yale.
Well, yeah, you're allowed one there, Wells.
Yeah, that's true.
But one of the things I've said before is I think the best putters out here are the ones that are field putters. Right. I mean, there's some that you can read, but then you're going to get some putts that are you're just like, look, the break is all dependent upon speed, and you've got no choice but to be a field putter, right? You can't say, oh, this is 2 cups out or 3 cups out. Well, it depends on how hard you putt it, right? It's just like real life golf. And I feel like, especially in amateur, and I'm getting a lot better at it at pro, I got really good at making those types of putts. That 15 footer with a foot of break. I got really good at making those putts. And that's the difference, right? And when somebody goes out there and shoots the best round of their life, but they're missing those types of putts, but they're not upset with the round because they didn't expect to make them. Well, you and I are out there making them. That's why we're shooting 3 or 4 strokes better than.
Yeah, there's really not. It's not like a huge gap either. That's something that a lot of people think too. They think it's just like a huge gap. It's really not. There's not much of a gap between like I want to say like a 12-13 handicap and a 19-20 handicap. I don't think there's much of a difference.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I'm not a
some
huge
of the handicaps that are just
Well, I'm not a huge stickler on handicaps because I'm going to tell you right now, I could go to I went out and played Harbor Town the other day. They had it in a tournament, and it was like back tees, hard pins, pro greens, moderate winds. So almost the hardest you could have in amateur. And this was a couple of months ago. It was in a tournament, right, in like a daily. And I think I shot like 14, 15 under, and it was like a plus or minus 24 strokes gained or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could go out there and I could probably shoot around that, maybe a couple of strokes less, like every other time. But what I feel like that the only handicap rounds that you see from me are the ones in the tournaments, right?
Yep.
Daily tournament. I mean, you can go look at all the rounds I play. You'll see most of my rounds are tournament rounds, and you look at my handicap rounds, and you'll see that's where most of my handicap comes from. So I think there can be a big difference between, like a 12 or 13 handicap that goes hunting for handicap, versus 12 or 13 handicap that's
true.
That has built that handicap based off playing weeklies and dailies and different stuff. Because look, what was the daily yesterday? What was it, like front tees and whatever?
Oh, it was something stupid.
Yeah, there's some of them out there where the adjusted par is like 65, so you could literally shoot 20 under and you only get a minus 13 strokes gained. That hurts your handicap.
Yeah.
Right? But that's all mixed in there with it. So, if you want to know if somebody with a high handicap is a good player, go look at the rounds on golfplusvr.com. And if you see a whole bunch of single rounds on like Harbor Town, Wolf Creek, on hard settings and stuff.
I think it used to be East Lake too, right?
Yeah, I don't know how much East Lake. I know Harbor Town's a good one. Quail Hollow's a good one, but Quail Hollow's really hard.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely
Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek for sure. And and then there might be a couple of them out there where you can put it on the hardest settings and it's like an adjusted par of like 90, so you can shoot like
Yeah.
5 under and have like a negative 25 or 26, adjustment on your handicap. But
When I first started playing, that's all I cared about was the handicap, trying to just, get my handicap up there really high and ranked high. And anymore, it's like, the handicaps don't even really matter. Unless it's like a true handicap, then you can kind of tell like levels of players. But, there again, like, I've gotten my ass kicked by 12 handicap players plenty of times. It happens. I played a tournament match. What was it, like last week or 2 weeks ago? I played like a 5 handicap, and it came down to the last hole. It's doable. Like these guys that look at the people at the top, it's doable.
yeah, we have
not much of a difference.
We have our off days, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, we have our off days, and sometimes we're not feeling it. And look, one of the things that I did along the way when I was trying to climb the ladder in the weeklies and the dailies, one of the things that I would do if I got on to say like play the daily, and I did not play it well, like I just wasn't feeling it or didn't play it well. A lot of times I put the headset down for the rest of the day because I was like, I'm not going to go play my weeklies like this. Usually what I do is because you have to play the daily every day. Like one of the things I would do is I would play the daily, and if I played really well, I would go then play 1 or 2 of my weekly rounds.
Yep.
So, sometimes I was finished by Saturday. Sometimes it took me all the way to Wednesday. It just depends on how I feel. So there's be a little strategy.
Yep. That's actually what I told Desert Dog. I told him, I was like, I don't play a weekly round unless I feel like I'm playing well. If I feel like I'm playing well, then I'll jump in. The dailies, I always treat them as like the daily warm-up.
Yeah.
Get in, jump in, play that. I got to play that anyway every day.
Yeah, and I think for probably the last 2 or 3 months of when I was up there at the top, that's how I treated it. Like I would get on, maybe I'd hit a little closest to the hole to warm up. I was never a practice round person.
No.
I'm starting to do that a little bit on pro now,
but it's something newer. And
it's something newer. Eventually, I probably won't. Whenever if I ever get to that magical spot like I did in amateur where I have everything dialed in and I'm not worried about it. But yeah, I never. The entire time from when you took over number 1 from me, going back 6 months, I think I might have played 2 practice rounds.
Yep.
In 6 months.
I hate just practicing in general, like on a course and playing around. I'll take a few swings, but then the rest of the time I'm sitting in my chair just like waiting. I don't know. I feel like my back starts getting sore, and then I start losing interest, and so I hate practicing.
Well, that's true too. There's definitely times where I've my back has gone like, you should probably put the headset down after this round, and I listen. And that's the other thing too is I never wanted to come in and like play a practice round, do real well, and then play a daily, do real well, and then go like, oh, actually my back feels a little weird. Maybe I should put it down and feel like I have to throw it down. So the daily would be my practice round. And then if I played really well, and I don't necessarily mean by score, because sometimes, if I'm hitting the ball right where I want it, and I get some bad breaks or something like that, I may still go play the daily because I'll be like, look, I'm putting it where I want it. So I'm going to go play.
You're still playing well. The score just not showing it.
Yeah. A lot of times the score does show it, of course. Yeah. But yeah, if I go, I'm playing well, I'll go play, and I'll want to try and do at least 2 weeklies if I can. But yeah, if I did a practice, a couple of practice rounds and the daily, I feel like I used up my my energy.
Right? That's exactly. Well, so I don't know if it's just me, and maybe it is. I've been getting like this. So I actually went to the doctor for it. I had this like pain in like my elbow area where it was like kind of stinging, and then it'd like run up my forearm into my fingers to where my fingers were numb. It was always after like playing a few rounds a day, I'd like start feeling that. I'm like, God, what the hell is going on? So I went to the doctor and they're like, oh yeah, it's what is it called? Tennis elbow or whatever. And They say, yeah, a lot of golfers or tennis players get this. I was like, oh, it makes sense. I've been playing a lot of VR golf. And they'd look
Right.
at me like I was an idiot, like I was playing PlayStation or something.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no, like I'm actually swinging. And they're like,
Yeah, my
oh,
arms are
okay.
swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently I gave myself a VR injury.
You know what? The funny thing is you aren't the first, second, or third person who's ever told me.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's when I stopped playing like nonstop. I mean, last winter I played a lot. This winter, I mean, it's just a couple rounds a day. You know, I'll just play like the tournament rounds. Maybe once every like week I'll throw in a public match or something. You know, unless someone invites me in.
Yeah.
But I try not to overdo it. Don't want to get burnout on it.
Yeah, no kidding. It you know, burnout is real. I mean, look, there's some days where
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I'll go play the daily because I have to, but I'm just like not in the mood. You know, sometimes I'm not in the mood for
Oh yeah.
VR golf. I mean, look, you could say that about anything, really, right?
Yep.
But yeah. Well, hey, look, I wanted to take to thank you again for doing the round with me. I think we're not going to
Absolutely.
record them all, but I think Wells and I'll try and play the other 3 rounds of our little tournament that we got going on together this week. But yeah, there you go. Number 1 in the world, number 2 in the world, former number 1 in the world, and I hope everybody learned something from hearing us chat and talk about some of our shots. So, cool.
Absolutely.